The Russian president is in India for a visit that the world is watching.
It's Putin's first such visit to the country after Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. Since then, much has changed. More recent factors have triggered a global realignment of ties. Now let's break it down for you.
Well, Russia's relation with India is a historic one, which has been alive and well since the Soviet era, but the alliance has come under fresh scrutiny of the West as Russia's war with Ukraine drags on. Vladimir Putin's ongoing visit to New Delhi and India's warm welcome to a time-tested ally is more than just about bilateral cooperation. It is strategic signaling to the West.
U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff tirade against oil trading partners has also affected India. These are testing times for bilateral relations between Washington and New Delhi. The U.S. has accused India of supporting Russia amid an ongoing war with Ukraine by purchasing oil from Moscow.
On its part, India has reiterated its support for peace, but also ensuring national interests. New Delhi also pointed out Europe's own trade relations with Russia as a major purchaser of Russian energy till date.
On Wednesday, the European Union agreed to phase out Russian gas import by 2027, but nothing is written in stone, as several member states of the bloc are opposed to this and are preparing to legally challenge this decision.
While the US and European countries have slammed sanctions on Russia to try and deplete its war chest, Moscow has diversified and strengthened its relations with other players.
Now, Russia and Iran relations have grown significantly in the past few years. For both the countries, the mutual goal has been to counter Western influence.
Iran has supplied Russia with drones in its war with Ukraine, and Russia, on its part, will be providing Iran with advanced military weapons. Additionally, Russia has a $25 billion deal to help Iran build its nuclear power plants.
Now, Vladimir Putin has also shifted his focus to Central Asia, a region which has long served as what experts call a backdoor to trade. In October, the Russian president attended the second Russia-Central Asia summit in Tajikistan.
Last week, he was in Kyrgyzstan for a 3-day visit. Now, while these visits are not a first, their timing and agenda is important.
And it is not just the Ukraine war and U.S. tariffs that have influenced the changing dynamics. Trump, in his early remarks, has lashed out BRICS, a bloc with members like Russia and India that has kept multilateralism alive.
American trade against its own trade partners has also pushed India and China closer, a moment of softened diplomacy, which was witnessed at the SCO summit as well between Indian Prime Minister Modi and his counterparts Putin and Xi Jinping.
Now, just weeks after SCO's summit, Putin is in India after 4 years. His visit raises an important question. Is multilateralism alive and well? And how will the West react to the Russian president's India visit? And our assistant editor of Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, is now joining us on the phone line. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. Could you just tell us about today and the itinerary that we are going to be looking at today for President Putin?
Well, the Russian president will be accorded a ceremonial reception at the forecourt of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is a state visit. It happens at 11 a.m. He goes to the Rajghat, pays homage to Mahatma Gandhi, and then thereafter the talks begin at the Hyderabad House in Delhi. There will be a press statement followed by a business meeting as well. And then, of course, the president will get a state banquet at the Rashtrapati Bhavan when he meets the Indian President Draupadi Murmu. Now, after that, he, of course, leaves for Moscow. But today is a big day in terms of the India-Russia annual summit, the 23rd summit, where several pacts are expected to be announced. And, of course, focus on trade. Economic partnership remains the key focus today, and expect big ticket announcements, including attempts and focus to reduce the trade deficit between the two countries. India wants Russia to buy more, and for that the focus is on agriculture products.
Right, Siddhant, and we know that Putin's visit will be followed by the US trade delegation, which will be visiting New Delhi next week. How do you think the chronology of these events is going to affect that?
Well, yes, coincidentally, it's happening, but I think one should not read too much in it, because trade delegations from US have been visiting India with not much success, primarily because of the Trump administration's attitude. The tariffs which have been imposed on India have been impacting India economically. So India is looking at diversification. And today's focus on sending or exporting more agriculture products from India to Russia will be significant at a time when the US markets are off limit in many ways, primarily because of the tariffs. So India is getting a major market today, that is Russia. And that, of course, is the important aspect. Nobody knows when the trade deal with the American side will be announced, but the logic of it is diminishing rapidly given the actions and the comments, of course, by the US administration led by Donald Trump.
Right. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for getting us all those details. That was our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, joining us on the phone line.